들던 그때보다 조금은 잃었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 채 끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투.
All right, let's get to a hoop. We got to be better at knocking down open shots. Guys, huddle up. We're gonna run 35 for a while. Let's go! All right, let's wrap it up. Feel free to hang around and take some shots. And don't forget, meet the people in the moon.
some chips. Here goes 0.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Dallas Mavericks at American Airlines Center. Well, for the Mavericks, they've started the season with 2 wins and 2 losses. Not stupendous, but there have been some positive moments in those 2 wins that they might be looking to duplicate here tonight. There are a lot of really exciting players in Orlando, some freakish athletes to say the least. Which Magic player would you say, Kenny, is the most exciting to watch?
Ooh, most exciting? But most intriguing I'm waiting to see probably is Aaron Gordon. You know, he didn't get a lot of chances last season, but he showed he could be a load and have a handful of athletic plays that will get you on our show on 2K Sports.
What a beautiful view of the Central Business District, lighting up the night here in Dallas, Texas. 2 teams, 2 conferences. It's a road game for the Magic in this one. Welcome, everybody. 4 for the Mavericks. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for the Magic. Elfrid Payton comes in for Brandon Jennings. So on the floor for Orlando, Nicholson is the 4 with Vucevic at the 5. Fournier out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Gordon in at the small forward. Pass to Payton. 5 on the clock. Kicks to Fournier. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Now here's Barea. Guarded closely. Here's Freak. He feeds it to Barea. Good. Barea's got his first basket of the night.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Magic leading by 3. Payton kicks to Nicholson. Here's Fournier. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
Well, I asked him what strategy they were going to use at the offensive end, and he told me that they did not want to have to rely on their perimeter game. Instead, he plans to exploit what he described as a mismatch on the interior, saying, quote, "We have the talent inside to make things very difficult on them. We're going to use it." Kevin?
And thank you, Doris. Now, here's Barea, covered by Payton. Anderson right side. Some nice passing here by Dallas. There's Freak. Offensive rebound, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Lasagna, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. Now, here's Barea, covered by Payton. Right wing. There's the pick. Nicholson kicks to Fournier. There's the pass to Lasagna. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Here's Barea. Can't hit from 12. Measuring. So the whistle blows on the shot for 2 free throws for the contact right there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. no shortage of scoring. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long... Dirk has proven himself through the test. A different look for Dallas. Freak comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Darren Williams is subbed in for J.J. Barea. So on the floor for Orlando, Andrew Nicholson out there with Gordon. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Elfrid Payton. And it's Carpenter in at the 3 spot. Payton drives in from the wing. And the shot is long. Mavericks trail by 9. Down low. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there. Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
Fournier passes to Payton. Outside Gordon. Here's Fournier, covered by Parsons. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the 76ers.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And stolen by Freak. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Just 5 to shoot. Payton drives in. And Pachulia pulls it down. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to Cleveland.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the 3-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside. That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Williams dishes to Freak. To the paint, but Julia kicks to Freak. Gets a very good look and converts. Freak's got 6 points in the quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Taking a look at some stats for Payton. Last season's performance for him, he put up about 6 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
It's Williams with the drive. Can't connect from short range.
Well, clearly he's got some nice moves in his bag of tricks. But where's the finish? You got to get the result.
Payton passes to Nicholson, and Dallas gets called for the foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That free throw missing. J.J. Barea is checked in for Williams. And a switcher also for Orlando. Jennings is checked in, and he sinks the second. Mavericks trail by 9. 32 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
Three-pointer. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Jennings has got 5.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
Barea kicks to Freak. Launches it. Gets it off. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And a chance here to just double check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
And you know what? We're watching exactly what the officials are seeing, Greg, from the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus. We've got the time right here, so they're making sure they got it right.
And they've seen it off. The basket will not count. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Both teams making some changes here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Freak in a 2-guard. Matthews out there with Julia. And there's J.J. Barea. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here's Freak. Another shot. It's deflected.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
That is good.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
And it's blocked. Magic leading by 3. Passes to Sloan. He dishes it to Watson. Here's Vucevic. Good on the 7-footer. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Barea, just 4 to shoot. And that one's good. 6 points for Wesley Matthews. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Azania. He's got 6. To the middle. It's deflected. Pachulia with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And it's Freak missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Watson's shot is good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead.
Oh my God, this nigga is just standing here.
And up the court from the Magic on the break. Sloan, that's good. And the Magic lead by 9.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really, a few more of those, and this game could be over.
And the final period of play just about to start.
Why this nigga was just standing in my way?
And So here is Dallas. So on the floor for Orlando, Donald Sloan out there with Watson. Then there's Payton, and it's Vucevic, and it's Jennings in at the 2 spot. There's a good screen. A 3 from Anderson. That is good. Anderson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Mavs. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Inside, here's Payton.
Oh my
it's
God.
good. Watson picking up the assist.
Bro, I was playing defense.
This
on a
is
whole
a
nother person.
serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
So it's Orlando now. They've held a 12-point lead early. Payton outside. They get a hand on it. And so it's Orlando winning this one.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet. Nikola Vucevic with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed